Alright, welcome to another InDesign beginner to advanced course. In this lesson, we want to learn how to create an InDesign a book, an exercise book. Welcome to an InDesign beginner to advanced course. In this lesson, we want to learn how to create an exercise book cover. So, with this, you can decide to create one page, or you can create 3 different pages. So, let's look at the one page first. So, with the one page, number of pages is 1. You can uncheck facing pages, and then you can change your width to 14.37 inches. Then you can change your height to 9.45 inches. Then you can let the margin to 0.5, the bleed to 0.125 inches. Now click on OK, and then you can just use your ruler to divide it. Okay, I'm trying to get my ruler to divide it. Okay, so 7.185, which is that place is the middle. 7.185. So you can just come and type it here. 7.185 inches. It's the middle. Just click on enter, and you can come and work on it. So you have this, or you can just go to file, new document, and then you can change your 7 inches width to 7 inches, and then your height to 9.45 inches. And you can also use 9 inches. Okay, change the number of pages to 3, and then leave the bleed that way. Let's change the margin to 0.125, and it is going to be like the way we worked with the exercise book cover. Okay, that's the way we work with your book cover. So just click on OK. Now you just come to your pages, and then select all, allow document space to shuffle, and allow selected space to shuffle. Then you can bring this one over here. Then you come and work with this as we did with the how to create the book cover. Okay, that's the same way. So just come to layouts, margins and columns, and then you come and change the inside and outside to 0.625 inches. Okay, there you go. So you can follow this step. Okay, you can follow this step, and then you can come and pick your these two, and then you can change the middle to 0.3 inches. Okay, so if it didn't work, then it means we didn't do something correct. So let's go back, and then let's go to layout, margins and columns, and then we are working on the first one, which is So let's change this to 0.0625 inches. 0.0625 inches. Let's also change this to 0.0625 inches, and let's click on OK. So okay, now you can just come and pick this, select our middle, this one, pick our 2, which is the page 2, and then come and type this to 0.3 inches. That will be our bleed for the exercise book. Now click on enter. Okay, so it depends on the page, the number of pages. I've taught you that. Okay, so let's click W for our preview. So it's either you're using this one or you are using this one, or you are using this. Okay, there are two of them. Any of them can fit for you. Okay, so it depends on how you want yours to be. So let's see. Let me come here and pick my rectangular tool. So as usual, create your background, because this is going to be a template, not like something that you are using for, we want to make money from it, so that's why we create it as templates. Okay, so when they just get them, they just follow as you've labeled them on your layers, and then they'll just work with it. Okay, you can bring in a rectangular tool. Now Control Shift X, let's change the color. You can decide to use RGB. Okay, you can use RGB colors, it depends on you. So new color swatch, and maybe you want RGB. Okay, so it depends on you how you want it to be, and the type of colors that you want. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go on and come and add our image. So let's go to File, Place. I taught you how to change from RGB to CMYK, or change from CMYK to RGB. So you can use that process to change it. Okay, so our image has been added. Now if your image is not good for you, just come to preview, and then screen mode, display performance, then you can come and change it from typical to fast display or high quality display. You want it. So now let's select the inner key. Now let's adjust it by holding shift and control. Okay, so I think this is okay for me. So it depends on how you want, where you want your book to go. Okay, some people may decide to adjust it to all this place, but if you know what we are doing, you know how to work with it. If it depends on how you want your book to be. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring in another thing. File, place, then let's bring the arithmetic. Let's just place it over here this way. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. Now what we have to do now is you have to make sure that it is aligned perfectly. Okay, now let's preview it to see how it looks. Okay, now we can just come and add the rest. So we are still on the background. Let's pick our rectangular tool. Then we want to add where we place our name, the date commenced and date completed. We want to add it. So first of all, what I want us to do is that let's add our exercise book before. So let's pick our type tool. Then let's draw our text box over here. And then I want us to type in exercise book. Okay. Please follow it very well, please. I'm taking my time to explain things to you so that it will be easy for you to understand it, and I don't want to waste my time on it, but I have to also take my time and explain it so that you also understand it very well. So let's use exercise book. And Control A to select all. I want us to use font called Arial. So let's use Arial bold. I want the size to be 29 points. Okay, so there we go. Now I want to change the tracking to 40. Let's change the tracking to 40. Okay, now this is how it looks like. Let's go ahead and change. I want to change some of the colors from it. So I want to change the essay size. First of all, let me do it this way. Select all. Let me align it. Okay. So I want to change the edge size to white, and then change the size to red. Okay, getting somewhere. Now I want to reduce the space. Okay, which is the, let me reduce it. Okay, there we go. So the leading is okay for now. And I also want to change the book to white. Now let's go ahead and pick our text tool. So I want us to type in Ghana schools. So any country, if it's Nigeria schools. Control A to select all. I want to use font Arial 18 points. Arial. Okay, so let me change the tracking to 40. There we go. Then let's change the color to white. Okay, let's change it to red, because if you send it there, it won't be visible. So let's change it to red in order for us to. Okay, I think we are getting somewhere. So let's go ahead and pick our rectangular frame, our rectangular tool. Let's draw a shape. So I want the shape to be somewhere here. You can extend it to the margin. Okay, let's now select the shape. Let's adjust it. Now we want to use this to edit the corners. So let's click on it, and then let's adjust the corners to be a little bit rounded. Okay, now Control S, Shift S rather, to change the color. Now I want to duplicate it. So first of all, let me change this color to, let's say, red. Okay. Now I'll select and hold Alt, and then click to duplicate it. Now Control. Let me change the color to white. I'll come here, then drag it somewhere here, and then let's reduce the size. And you can use the arrow keys too. Now I want us to add the name, so you can just, if you come here to type here, you see that it will type on the layer over there. You type on the shape, okay, it will pick the frame of the shape and type on it. So you can just come and type it anywhere. Then after, you can drag it over there. So you have the name. We have the class. We also have what we call the class completed. You have the date completed and the date that it started. So name, class, subject, days comments, and date completed. Now let's play around with the leading. Now I think that's all there is to add. So you can add your dots. But there is a way of doing this, and we'll do it when we are working with what we call tables in InDesign. How to use the tab tool. Okay, so we've now created our book cover, and after doing this, when you see that you made a mistake where you were supposed to put your text, you left it in the background, you can, as usual, select them and then place it back to your text frame. Okay, and come and place them in. You can just do that. So you just click select and then you leave it there. Click and then you click and then drag it and come and leave it here. Okay, and there we go. So that's one way of making an exercise book cover. I'm sure you've learned something from it. So I showed you two ways. You can either use this way or use this way. Okay, and you'll be able to make your exercise book cover. I made this composition. The Inaki Williams composition was made in Photoshop. So I made this composition in Photoshop, and when you want to do this, you can just go into Photoshop and make the composition and then come back later here. Okay, so with everything done, add one thing, which is our Vista Line logo. So you just come to File, Place, and then click on this and click on Open. Then you can just drag it. Now you can place our Vista Line logo. Okay, so I want it to be somewhere there. Now let's click on it and hold Alt and drag to duplicate. I also want to put this one over here. There we go. So we've also placed our Vista lines in. Now it is good, and you can also go on to the next lesson. Thank you.